you think about like clearing things up if it's something that don't sit well with you?
I think it depends. I think you can't tell anybody, number one, how to deal with things. It's whatever whatever people can deal with. But I say with me is if it's gonna damage the brand, you address it. If it's not gonna damage the brand, because remember as well, every time someone tries to attack you, the devil tries to attack you. Every time you address it, you're empowering the devil. You gotta remember that. And some people, remember, they got demons in them.
Yeah,
they're destructive. You know what it is? The results do the talk. I'll give you an example. Yeah. The only thing I will address. I remember one time man said to me, boom, said on the podcast, pick up, like, you're trying to pick me up against Blackkings or stuff like that. Pick up, first of all,
really?
First of all, I'm saying you can't pick me up against anybody, number one.
No.
Because I do what I do. But if we start now talking about numbers and figures and that, bro,
that doesn't
I'm
even
gonna
make
be real with you.
sense.
Maybe I'm just bait. No one makes more bread than me. This is fact. This is like, if we're gonna start now talking, don't put me up against anybody. And that's not really putting down anybody. But if we're just talking factually, yeah, brother, nobody's sitting on. Again, I don't know. I don't even talk much shit because it's like niggas.
But you know what it is.
What I'm saying is there's levels to this. And
That's
also,
what I
and
understand. That's
also-
what I
and
get.
also-
That's what I get from what you're saying.
And also, it's like if you start talking about what, bro, like man's numbers increasing, bro. Like man's like what done about what, just under 40 million combined views in a month. Like if I start bringing stats up, my thing ain't going down. And I've been here almost 10 years,
up.
but things actually going up. I'm doing a lot more. I'm getting empowered behind the scenes.
So what do you think about negativity selling? Because when
it
you
is
say,
selling.
because when you know, like we've been in a place where when you don't address things, I've even seen things
Narratives
go
are formed.
like narratives are formed. People don't understand where you're coming from. Remember, you don't always have to address it negativity way. I say you're saying anyway.
Negatively.
Anyway, we're going with it. But I'm just saying, but people want to hear what you're saying because I've noticed that on TikTok, I'm just gonna bring it like that. A lot of things are sold by how much content they're getting from the person and understanding them throughout the day. If you notice, those are the biggest content creators. They want to hear what's actually going on, really going on. When you hide it from people, sometimes people feel like, what did they have to say about it? So they can't get into the
and they go to somebody else that's gonna give it to you straight, no chaser.
No chaser. But
and
then
I feel
someone's
like,
gonna say to you, don't give it to
I
me
know what
like
you're
that.
trying to say. I feel like sometimes when you try to edit it too much, it almost blocks your throat chakra. Sometimes, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just want to tell the people that, oh, it got. You know, them ones there. And
If
that's
you know
why
what I
people like
mean.
raw. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like, give it
and
to me.
It could even be your guilty pleasure, you know, but you know when you go home, let me type in because she's going to say how it got. Do you understand?
Do you know what I mean?
And that's why certain people are famous now. My thing is this, it's not about giving people power, but let me just break something down to you what people might not even necessarily know. There was a lot of people that told us not to say certain things. Because I will always take the high road and I don't need to address everything because what's understood don't need to be explained. Do you understand? However, every time, like the same thing that they told us not to do, when anybody else cleared their name and said it out where they laid out the red carpet. That's what everybody wants. Oh yes, let them know. But when it was us, it was don't say, stay quiet. But you same one are sending me the shit when everyone's saying.
But
how does that go?
But again, it's the level and caliber of people. I'm gonna be real with you because I'm gonna be real with you because I'm not sending people stuff.
No, I hear you.
I'm gonna be real with you. For example, is what I'm not. Okay, cool. I'll see comments, for example, I'm watching you and I'm judging you on what I see.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying is that some of the people, like, you have to be careful who we empower. Like, you trust me, you have to, because remember as well, the people at the top, they're not speaking, but they're preying, they're studying things. And unfortunately, a lot of humans, there's a lot of, the loud noise, they call the loud minority. They seem louder than what they are, but the majority ain't even thinking that. And half of the time, more people don't care. So
but don't you think that God picks his warriors?
Yeah.
Like you remember that.
But you have to know when to go to fight.
Yeah, of course, because when
you have to know when to go and battle.
He knows when to go and battle, but the ones that sometimes, if they're throwing out too much things, that's too much of that side of thing.
Okay, yeah,
he might send you out to say.
I agree.
Yeah, because you know you got your prayer warrior.
Yeah, I agree.
Your prayer warrior is what he sent out. Remember, some of them ain't always to the straight and narrow. They went through
and I just
the
feel like
narrows to get straight, if you understand what I'm saying.
I just feel like I totally agree with what you say, because every wise person that I speak to, I like to speak to people with wisdom as well.
And that's why I'm here. You like wise as well.
Right?
You say a lot of wise stuff, by the way.
Yeah, but we're just growing, because I like to. I don't want to come across like I know everything.
We know everything.
But I would just like that people can see that, you know, them ones there. The intention is there, but they say the same thing as well, by the way, what you're saying. But I also have to understand that sometimes not everybody would understand your calling. You know, when you get a burning desire to say, but then everybody else is saying not.
Because they're in a different place.
All of the greats I know that stood for something, they went against the grain. And they said, and it was when they actually spoke out. The day even when I left RTM, because of what had happened with me previously, I was warned not to say anything. So if you can see me, you would have noticed that I was silent.
Yeah, you would.
But she went against the grain for her sister. But it ended up being one of the best things that she did, because I may not even have seen it directly in the moment of me sitting there. But if I look back any time, I would have want her to handle it just.
And it was never nothing.
If anything,
planned.
I wish I joined her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was never nothing planned. No way. I would never plan.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
I
just
know exactly what you're saying, but a lot of people thought it was some.
It might not be, but you have to say. You just have to know what. Like I said, pick your battles wisely. But sometimes, if you're completely silent, people will run with what they don't know.
But you know what? Then at the end of the day, it boils down to what do you care about? Because at the end of the day, also, for example, I've seen madnesses about me. Like, I've actually read madnesses about me, for example, like where it's so wrong, but it's like, but at the same time, it's like, do I actually care? Because you know what it is? Like, it's the same thing. Is like, if you know me, you know me. If you don't, I don't actually care.
I don't need to tell.
You know what I'm saying? Some things, like I say, if it's not damaging the bag, it's not nothing. I don't actually care. Because you remember as well, like, what you're doing now also, you know what it is? Remember I said this to you, Remember it's going to come out. What you're doing also, you see the same people that were saying whatever, they're going to be saying the same shit. The same people, you know what it is? And all it is shits and giggles for them. The same people that you're thinking that I'm going to address that, they're going to be saying the same shit, bro. Sometimes it gets to the point that you actually can't win. So what you got to do is rock. At the end of the day, do what's right to you. If you feel in your heart, because I'm not trying to tell you, and you feel in your heart and you're that person, address it. If you're with me, like I said, I think it doesn't even bother me like that. And gone. No, one, it doesn't bother me like that, and two, it's just like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, I'm thinking, okay, when I look at it, for me, I look at it, okay, cool. The people entertain all these things, how they affecting me financially? I'm talking about me, How is it affecting me financially? How is it affecting my business? And it's like, also, no disrespect, and it's no disrespect to anybody. I just think to myself, bro, there's levels to this, bro. And you know, I'm talking about for what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in real life. Like, I know what I'm doing in real life. I know where I'm sitting in real life. I know what's going on in real life. And it's like, bro, there's actually levels to this. This ain't even reaching me. Because you know what it is, mate? And when it gets too much, you know what it is? When it gets too much, I just put my phone away and I get on with my day. And you see what, in my life, in my day to day, none of that's reaching me.
Yeah.
And I'm real with you. And it gets to the point where, actually, I'm a G. If you're even sending me that, brother, I'm a G check you. Why are you sending me that, bro? Because that shouldn't even be, you know what it is? When I'm up here, unless it's something that's going to affect my shit, if I'm up here, bro, that shit shouldn't even reach me, bro.
I love that still.
You know
come on.
No, but it's just big. You know what it is? We're elevating, you know what it is? You have to understand this,